Hello everyone and welcome to the Ragnar Raids custom campaign. So let's see. As legendary Viking king Ragnar Lothbrok raid England, plunder Francia and defeat rival jarls to become a legend of the sagas. The tiny longboat, a stain of mortal hubris on the vast realm of the gods and giants, rose and fell on the swelling seas, its crew diving and soaring with every violent, foamy crest, as if the snarling dragon it hunted an elusive prey beneath the pulsing surface. The rain's flood filled the boat's bilge, a continuous stream with no rhythm, patter, or pattern, as if the waters of Asgard and the sky realm were emptied to fill the immense girth of Aegir, the great sea giant. The men aboard the boat clung tightly to its wooden beams, as if their weather-beaten and whitened fingers were coaxing the sap from oaken boards. The woolen sail, woven by their wives and now tightly spread over them, provided a hollow refuge from the beating rains and ocean sprays. The men recited praise to Odin and Thor, pleading the gods for protection and favor or the forgiveness of now recompensed transgressions as the 9 daughters of the sea giant ominously circled the boat, their nets ready to catch the drowning man and drag him down to a watery tomb. Within each man's heart was a tempest, an apocalypse, a Ragnarok bounded by flesh and bone. What drove these men, these farmers and fishermen, fathers, sons, and husbands, to the folly of challenging the gods in their realm? What foreign shores filled with riches would drive men to leave the solid ground of their homes and farms to battle against such waves and storms? The call of exotic lands beyond the western sea was too powerful to resist its temptations. These men would challenge the gods because they were no mere men, they were Northmen, they were Vikingar. Okay, so let's go to the history section. The Vikings were Norse seafarers who raided from their Scandinavian homeland across wide areas of Europe during the late 8th to late 11th centuries. Aided by advanced seafaring skills, including use of their versatile longboats, the Vikings ventured far and wide, discovering the islands of Iceland, Greenland, and Newfoundland. Although known primarily for their ruthless, effective raids, the Vikings were shrewd traders and also colonized the British Isles, Russia, and Normandy. The Norse distinguished raiding from theft. According to their mythology and laws, theft was a vile crime, an act of secrecy and deceit. Raiding, however, was viewed as an honorable challenge to fight, in which the victor was reserved the spoils of his victory. The story of Egil, a Viking chief, is instructive. While raiding a coastal farm, Egil and his men were captured and bound by the farmer. That night, Egil escaped the bonds and grabbed farmer's treasures. While returning to his ship, Egil shamefully realized he had behaved as a thief would and returned to the farm to kill the farmer. Only by killing his opponent would he rightfully be entitled to the treasure he fought and won in battle. Raids were usually opportunistic against targets which could be attacked, plundered, and departed from quickly. The Vikings intended to quickly seize as many valuables as they could before an effective defense could be raised in response. As much as possible, the raiders remained along the coast or on navigable rivers where they could easily escape their boats if they encountered effective resistance or counterattack. Ragnar Lothbrok was a legendary Viking king and hero of the Norse sagas. He distinguished himself with his raids against Francia and Anglo-Saxon England in the 9th century. While evidence of the historical Ragnar is scant, numerous sagas tell of his exploits. Okay, so let's go to hint section. This is history and instructions. You're restricted from accessing many Castle Age units and technologies. Your enemies are stronger and further south to you. Alba in the north is comparatively the weakest and should be the first raiding target. Raids are dangerous, particularly when Ragnar has few men. Keep your raiders close to the shore so they can run the boats when overwhelmed. It is always better to live to raid another day. Don't forget that raiding is a means to an end. Your immediate goal is not to conquer England and Francia, but to rule Norway, Sverige and Denmark. Capture Jarl halls for more population and to gain access to resources and certain building types. In time, Viking heroes and Ragnar sons will join him. Raid with these heroes, as the more time they spend raiding, the more technologies you unlock. 7. You cannot build longboats until you become King of Norway, so repair any that you receive. Ruling 2 kingdoms will give you the ability to research elite longboats. So let's start. Select the Jarl Hall monument. When the Jarl Hall is selected, a warband appears. Each warband costs 300 food, 200 gold, and 5 pot space. Ragnar Lothbrok was a retainer of a landed noble called a Jarl. He lived in Norway, but dreamt of new lands to explore, raid, and conquer. Ragnar's Jarl was a cautious man who forbid Ragnar from leaving. But Ragnar's curiosity was stronger than his obedience. He had to leave and discover what lay to the west. New objective: destroy Lindsifarne monastery. Okay, so we'll read this later. Let's go on to the quest.
Vill alltid lagi. Ja!
Okay, let's save. Destroy enemy buildings and trade cogs for gold. Monasteries provide more gold than all other buildings, and sacking richer kingdoms provides more gold than sacking poorer ones.
Vill alltid lagi. Idag! Alltid lagi.
Ragnar and his men fell on the undefended monastery and took what they could carry. Though his raid was a success, Ragnar knew his Jarl would not be pleased with his disobedience. New objective: return home and kill the Jarl.
Ja! Ja! Autilagi! Ragnar! Ja! Autilagi!
Ragnar slew the Jarl and showed the tribe the riches he had won at Lindsifarne. They swore to support him as long as his raids would continue to bring riches. You can gather wood and food, but gold can only be obtained by raiding. Use the resources you can to raise another warband at the Jarl call.
Timber hochwandi.
Ja! Vil ek! Autilagi!
Okay, so let's read this. A skilled boat builder named Floki crafted a great longboat. Made of the best wood and blessed by Thor himself, it was the finest to ever set to water. Perhaps one day Ragnar would be able to command many such vessels. Capture and hold all Jarl halls of Nork, raid Alba, Northumbria, Mercia, Wessex, and Francia. Control a second Jarl hall for more objectives. Okay, so let's go to the scout section. Excerpts from Brother Gelbold's Itinerarium. Alba Blue. The savage Picts and Scots are fierce bold raiders of the south and impoverished north. Not even their baptism has swayed the tribal chiefs of Alba from their ways of war and brigandry. Northumbria Yellow. York is the rock of England, whatever, and whence knights, heavy infantry, and monks protect the monastic towns of Northumbrian country. Mercia Green. The Britons and Angles ruled the middle of Britain to the rich coasts of East Anglia. Mercian farmers and seafarers carried a spear and a longbow to defend a coastal home well suited to resisting the Northmen raids. Wessex Sign. A rising power, Wessex has come to rule ancient Londinium, taken from the Mercians. The kings of Wessex are learned in the traditions of Roman statecraft, and their cavaliers, crossbowmen, and men-at-arms hearken to the legions of the ancient empire. Francia Purple. The grandsons of Charlemagne ruled the three kingdoms of Francia, united in purpose only in the spread of Christianity to the pagan Frisians and Saxons. Wars with pagans have hardened the paladins and infantry of Francia. Norse Lands Orange, the few brothers of the cloth who have survived their travels tell tales of savage peoples who live in violence and poverty. Okay, so let's build tracking. Jarl Yngvi you ruled a jarldom to the east with an iron fist. He had forced his brother Alf into the mountains. Alf may be helpful ally. Find Alf the dispossessed brother of Jarl Yngvi. Alf, Ragnar, my brother watches you closely and desires your lands. Help me overthrow him. Select Alf to agree to help him. Alf, I knew we would see eye to eye. Attack from the coast. Ragnar and I will go around to his weakened underbelly. Tonight you will join me for a feast in my new hall. But know this, my brother has longboats guarding his port. You may wish to use your longboats to draw them away so your men can land. Jarl Yngvi, my brother poisons your mind with lies, Ragnar Lothbrok. He will use you to gain power that betray you. Do the sensible thing, make him board my transport and I will deal with him. In return. Okay, so let's read again. In return I will reward you handsomely with gold. New objective, betray Alf and make him board Yngvi's transport ship. Okay, so we won't betray him.
Villek. Til bardaga. Ja. Ja, Altilagi. 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 Ja, Villek. Villek. Altilagi. Altilagi. Radida! Buin.
So let's say
Autilagi. Autilagi. Ja. Villek. Villek. Ja. Villek. Autilagi. Villek. Ja. Autilagi. Villek. Autilagi. Ja.
A wanderer told Ragnar that England was not the western edge of the world. After all, Ragnar had to see for himself, find and raid the Isle of Man.
Autilagi. Villek. Autilagi. Ja. Ja. Radida. Radida. Ja. Til bardaga.
Alf would not take his brother Jarldom, but would instead spend his days visiting the house of Valhalla.
Autilagi. Ja.
Okay, we'll continue. Never mind.
Radida. Ja. Villek. Autilagi. Villek.
We cannot win always.
Ja. Autilagi. Ja.
A fisherman told Ragnar that he had seen a warband set sail west for new lands. The warband was led by the Eysteinsson brothers Rongvald and Sigurd. Ragnar had to know what they were up to. Find the warband somewhere in the Isles of northwest of Alba.
Ja. Autilagi. Autilagi. Ja. Radida. Bardaga. Autilagi. Autilagi. Radida. Bardaga. Til bardaga. Radida. Bardaga. Autilagi. Villek.
Ragnar Lothbrok was wounded, but through Odin's blessing he made a hasty recovery. A great Vikinger called Hrorek of Dorestad came to Ragnar. The Dane asked Ragnar to raid the Frankish camp in Frisia to open the path for Hrorek's riders. Ragnar would be well rewarded. Destroy the Frankish tower and camp on the Frisian coast.
Autilagi. Villek. Autilagi. Ja. Villek. Buin. Bord. Villek. Radida. Ja. Radida.
Okay, so I was confused a little bit. And I thought that we can only attack from the one side, so sorry for that. But never mind, we'll continue.
Vil alt til lag i. Dra de da! Ja, dra de da! Ja! Dra de da! Dra de da! Ja! Dra de da! Vil ek. Ja, vil ek. Alt til lag i. Vil ek. Ja!
Though Ragnar could not offer anything but adventure, warband still clamored to join him on his next raid. Okay, so let's see.
Vil ek. Ja! Alt til lag i.
Ragnar's fame was growing, but to be truly spoken of in the courts of kings, Ragnar had to do something more daring than sacking monasteries and petty villages. New objective: destroy Edinburgh Castle. Okay, so we have some berserks.
Alt til lag i. Alt til lag i. Dra de da! Ja, alt til lag i. Vil ek. Alt til lag i. Hvor? Alt til lag i. Buin. Dra de da! Til hverdager! Dra de da! Dra de da! Dra de da! Ja? Ja? Vil ek. Alt til lag i. Dra de da! Autilagi. Ja. Autilagi. Vil Autilagi. Ja. Vil Autilagi. Vil Autilagi.
Wandi.
Okay, so let's read. With both brothers dead, Ragnar eliminated his nearest threat, but far more powerful Jarls remained. Each Jarl you hold increases your population by 10.
Ja. Vil Ja. Autilagi.
Jarl Halfdanr, you have killed many Jarls, Ragnar Lothbrok, but I believe we have common interests. The Sea King of Hjorvard threatens our longboats, returning from the raids. Join me and kill him. A man who lives at the sea is hard to find. Send out your fishing ships to find his longboat. He will not fire on fishermen. Krorik told Ragnar of a great river called Elb, upon which warbands sailed deep into Francia, but the Franks blockaded the river. The barricade must be destroyed. Clear the barricades and buildings blocking the Elb. Okay, so let's see. We don't have nothing, we don't have stone.
Vil Autilagi. Vil Autilagi. Vil Ja. Vil Ja. Autilagi. Ja. Ja.
Okay, let's say one more time.
Autilagi. Autilagi. Ja. Vil Autilagi. Autilagi. Ja. Ja. Vil Ja. Vil Ja. Vil Autilagi. 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 Ja. Autilagi. Ja. Ja. Autilagi. Vil Autilagi. Autilagi.
You must destroy the Sea King's longboat to access more objectives. Lothbrok told Ragnar Frankish tax collectors, laden with riches taken from the vanquished Saxons of the East, if they were to be robbed and killed, their spoils would belong to Ragnar. Tax collectors' kings would travel through Saxon lands carrying much gold. Three lost Vikings were found telling tales of strange creatures from beyond the stars.
Ja, 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 Buin. Bodord. Buin. Ja, alltid lagi. Alltid lagi. Alltid lagi. Villek. Til bardaga. Ja! Alltid lagi. Radida.
A rebellion broke out suddenly. A rebellion broke out suddenly in one of the jarldoms. A cousin of Jarl whom Ragnar deposed led his tribe in open revolt. Retake the lost jarldom. Haldan, quickly take my longboats and sink his ships. Follow him and don't lose him. Okay, I guess I was too slow. Okay, we'll have to reload.
Ja, alltid lag i. Rad i dag. Ja. Ja. Alltid lag i. Rad i dag. Ja, til bardaga.
Good, you have served Norway well, Ragnar. We will work together again. When the time comes, I will call on you. The scouts would think of Ragnar for eternity if he did something daring. He hatched a plan to take... Okay, so let's... He hatched a plan to take what was closest to the heart of King of Wessex, his daughter. Capture the Princess of Wessex and bring her to Ragnar's hall. Bjorn Ragnarsson, son of Ragnar, has come of age. Bjorn Ragnarsson appears at Ragnar's hall.
Bord. Alltid lag i.
Your son is strong but will need training. I have a son myself. He wishes to raid in England. Perhaps you will take him on your raids and I will teach young Bjorn how to fight. New objective, bring Bjorn Ragnarsson to Jarl Halfdanar's Hall.
Outilagi, Buin, vil ja.
Okay, let's save.
Til bardaga! Til bardaga! Outilagi! Radida! Ja, outilagi! Til bardaga! Til bardaga! Ja, outilagi! Outilagi! Ja! Vil ek! Ja! Outilagi! Ja! Radida! Outilagi!
York was the rock of England. Its destruction would grievously weaken Northumbria. New objective, destroy York Castle.
Outilagi! Buin! Outilagi! Ja! Bodord! Ja! Vil ek! Outilagi! Outilagi! Buin! Ja!
Okay, so let's save. Alright, so this is it for the first part, and I'll see you guys next time. Farewell.